2019 at the Canadian Rockies International Airport was the busiest year in its history. Then the pandemic happened, and the airline industry was pretty well shut down. As things returned to normal, it was a really slow process for the airlines to return to capacity.
I don't think anyone projected how difficult it would be to rebuild those workforces after the pandemic, and that's really what was hindering our recovery. We're now back at pre-pandemic level by capacity. What I mean is how many seats in the sky are available to and from this airport.
And in those seats, record numbers of passengers.
Since August, each month have been record months beyond our busiest here, even pre-pandemic. Overall, the whole year won't end beating 2019, but the last few months will have. So as long as that continues, we're looking really good, and we're finishing in a very strong year. Not quite our pre-pandemic record, but getting back to very close to that. And the last couple months have been the busiest months ever in history.
And that is very encouraging news moving forward.
It gives us great confidence that the service that we're receiving is very successful, so the carriers are going to be quite happy with what they're seeing. So first and foremost, making sure that the service we have is sustainable and that the air carriers see the value, and we've got a great story to tell. And that gives us a lot of confidence as we go forward to try to get more seat capacity, which of course we're always trying to do, but the reality is every additional flight is a lot of additional seats with the size of the Q400 plane, so we have to prove that demand for quite a sustained period of time to have a good case to bump that up.
There are also some upgrades coming very soon, most notably to the holding room.
Because of the nature of sort of all of our peak in the day, almost all of our capacity is at the same time, and then we have a lot of time like this where it's very slow, but we need to build and be capable of our peak capacity, not our overall day capacity, obviously. So we're increasing the seating capacity in this room and more than doubling our washroom capacity. And just by reconfiguring the layout and the way the seats are, we're getting quite a bit more capacity in here, but we are eventually going to be expanding northward in the terminal. So that north wall will be opened up, and we'll be growing the hold room out in that direction as well to add about another 50 to 60 seating capacity in that direction too. First phase though is just more seating capacity in this space with upgraded washrooms as well.